What is the difference between you, me, them, us? This question has divided people throughout history, causing inescapable friction. Through our differences, wars have erupted, movements manifested, and resentment has grown through the masses. So you might ask, what does this have to do with my topic of the workplace?
Why does one group nationality and another group nationality have animosity towards each other? One of the most key political questions. Not only that, but how to solve it.
My name is Jeff Butler, and after addressing some of the most notable companies in the world and obsessing about how to resolve generational conflict issues, my search to answer those questions has taken me to the different corners of the world, where I have gotten to meet extraordinary people and industries, from underground utility workers to town clerks to CIOs. What fascinates me is that regardless of all the industries or the size of the company, all seem to have the same question. How do we put aside our differences to get the job done?
Well, there's two things that I hear a lot from employers when I talk to them. They're saying either they're unmotivated or they're impatient. Now, if you dive deeper on this, you might see they're actually correlated. You see, just like any other generation, we're sold on going to high school, then to college, and once we go to college, that's like our dream job's right around the corner, right? But it becomes a lot more of an expected reality versus perceived reality. Why? Because all the filtered reality through Instagram, through social media of how everyone's life is somehow perfect, and you're expecting it's going to be perfect there too. And I was talking to the CIO of Box a year ago in Canada, and he was telling me, 3 months in when we hire people, they drop an engagement right out of college. Don't know why, but I knew why. Because you have that huge gap there, and that huge self-image adjustment takes place because they realize that it's not what they thought it was.
Besides communication, us companies today, in order to survive, need to prepare for the infinite challenges ahead. Artificial intelligence, remote work, international competition. Since the United States is increasing in smartphone usage, in fact we're projected to hit 70% in a couple of years, it's more imperative than ever to understand why these addictions are taking place in other countries. Now, I don't have all the answers, so I put my time into reading the most current research and relevant case studies every time that I'm facing a new circumstance. The way that I'm able to create content that resonates with the audience is through finding case studies that resonate with them, more importantly, doing interviews and talking to them and seeing what are their essential pain points, where is their mind when it comes to specific issues in that space with generations. And then once I have that information, I can take the research that I have, layer that on top, and together it works in a speech that actually is tailored to the audience and resonates with them. On top of that, I speak from my own experience. As you can see, the question is not the difference between you, me, them, us. That is constantly what we hear in the media. I believe the real question is, what can we accomplish together?
We just finished a great session with Jeff. He was our motivational speaker this year, and I was amazingly impressed because I've seen a lot of motivational speakers. This one completely hit the mark.
I was completely merged with folks coming up to me, telling me how amazing Jeff was on his topics, especially talking about the millennial culture.
He did a fantastic job giving us information that we can use in the workplace today in bite-sized portions that we can apply to the workplace. So thank you, Jeff.